tells us the Lord wants us to be partners in our salvation. We have to be participants in our salvation. Sure, and sometimes that, you know what, I really am walking with God. Because I'm seeing steps change. I'm seeing my life change what the Christian life was. And anybody who knows what the Christian life was Paul and Silas, huh? They told licks. Continue, Bishop.
The Stoics trace their teachings of Zeno. The name Stoic comes from the Greek word stoia, porch, from which Zeno would give his philosophical lectures. By the time of Paul, Stoicism took on two primary forms. The first was characteristically Greek, live in harmony with nature. The second expression of Stoicism, essentially Roman. The Roman brand did not have the universal outlook of Stoicism. Roman Stoicism was influenced by the fact that the Roman upper class, the class which adopted Stoic philosophy, was not able to bring about serious change in their government and social lives. Thus, it became a resignation to the status quo, the way things were, and ultimately depressive to the point of self-destruction. It was such philosophers who came and met Paul. Some of them ridiculed Paul as a babbler. The Greek word for originally referred to the birds that picked up scraps. The word changed meaning to include junk collectors and them to include people who picked up scraps of ideas and circulated them. However, some were interested in what Paul had to say. They were intrigued by his preaching of strange gods. In English, we lose the Greek pun of the last part of the verse 18. Because he preached unto them Jesus and the resurrection. The Greek word for resurrection is anastasis. The listeners thought Paul was referring to foreign gods named Jesus and Anastasis. As we will see at the close of the lesson, the listeners did not make the connection between this name and the reality of the resurrection from the dead until later. Verses 19 to 21 describe the Athenians' effort to have Paul brought to the debate court for a hearing of this. There was an Athenian council of former magistrates who sat on the Areopagus a hill with that name, and judge the validity of arguments. Thus, we should not think Paul was on any particular charge. This was simply a testing place for new idols. They brought him to the hill and offered him an opportunity to explain his new doctrine. Why?
Go ahead.
Why do Christians today need a basic understanding of popular non-Christian philosophies and ideas?
Anybody want to answer?
Because, if I may,
Go ahead.
because you don't want your message to be relegated to, well, this is just another idea, this is another something, where they'll be able to pronounce it in a way and show them the differences in what they're thinking or what they are propagating from the gospel of Jesus Christ, which has the power, okay, the power of God to change you if you believe it.
Yes, indeed. And because you live in the world, in order sometimes to have a conversation with folk, you gotta know a little bit about what they bring to the table. And when you know a little bit about what they bring to the table, and you are sure about who it is that you're serving, you can actually, through conversation, let them see the difference. Just like Bishop said, you can actually see the difference, if it is that you know what you're talking about. Bishop, I know when I was growing up, my parents didn't know too much persons from other religions. They would not have them come in the house and stuff. You know, some people used to walk and knock on their doors on Saturdays and a lot of times. Yeah. strip of his hand in there. And if you really want to be safe, you gotta come there. That's how she's talk about it. That's what she's talking about Christchurch Cathedral. And I said, you know what, man? You read on your game because you supposed to. Come on, you gotta say it louder.
I stayed home.
Yes.
So, it happens
In Christchurch Cathedral.
in the street.
Well, we did a mic for our people.